Hello, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. And it's Flosstube number 77, right? Yep. I made a mistake and I put 76 in the title and it's not. It's 77. I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know why I did that. I had the paper in front of me when I did that. But yeah, it's Flosstube number 77. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Julie. Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. How is everybody? What are you working on? I know Crafty Chris does YouTube also. And this weekend is the Cross Stitch Zoom weekend. Everybody's welcome. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So I've got some whips to show you, what I'm working on next. And, we'll talk a little bit about stitch-alongs. Hi, Danielle. Yes, Teresa says, yay, Zoom. Yep, it is. But I'm going to have to fix the title. I put 76 and it's 77. But I've been stitching some today. I took like an hour nap. I couldn't figure out this morning why I was so tired. Hi, Jerry. How are you? And I got done with my making my video this morning. I'm like, I really need a nap. Why am I so tired? Well, then I remembered the dog woke me up every freaking 2 hours last night. I don't know why. Sometimes I go to let her out and she didn't want to go out. So I don't know why she was waking me up. Hi, Cat. So yeah, there was that. Little pain in the butt that she was last night. So I needed sleep. So I only got an hour nap. I have a hard time sleeping during the day unless I take like the Tylenol PM, and I didn't take that. So was just an hour nap, but it must have been enough because I was fine the rest of today. So yeah. Hi, Crystal. Let's get started. So whips. Last Friday, we got another drop for Supernatural Stitch Along. And the drop was Harpy. Let me read what a Harpy is, because I'm always forgetting to do this. And Danielle will ask me to read to her what the Supernatural is. So last Friday was Harpy. The Harpy is a creature with origins in Greek mythology, legend, and folklore. They would later go on to gain connections to Roman mythology. They are said to have connections to the underworld. The presence of harpies as tomb or tome figures makes it possible that they were also conceived of as ghosts. They were generally depicted as birds with the heads of maidens, faces pale with hunger, and long claws on their hands. Roman and Byzantine writers detailed their ugliness. Pottery art depicting the harpies featured beautiful women with wings. Harpies are best known for their voracious appetites. Whenever anyone sets out food within their territory, they will swoop in, devour most of it, and leave the remains so befouled as to be inedible. Kind of sounds like me when I'm hangry or hungry. What's it called? Hangry? Hangry. Sorry, I'm just answering someone. They had a question. So that's a harpy. So I stitched the harpy last Friday. So it's right here. That's the harpy. So we have what? 4 more, 5 more? I think 5 more creatures to do. So, yeah, got 5 more to do. No, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more? 4 more. We have one tomorrow, November 4th, November 11th, and November 18th. So just 4 more we have. So I'm caught up. And yes, they all came back from the retreat. They've been sharing pictures. And I missed going. I wanted to go. I was supposed to go, but sometimes finances just don't let you. So I won't be starting tomorrow's drop until Monday because this is the cross stitch weekend, so I'm working on other things. So this will get pulled back out, but not till Monday. Tomorrow, and it is the official 24 hours of cross stitch. Tomorrow I will be working on Fairy Winter Dream, which let me find the picture for you. It's from this old magazine called Cross Stitch and Needlework, January 2013. So it's from this magazine. It's a Nora Corbett design called Fairy Winter Dream. And I don't know if you can get this anywhere else. I don't know if she ever had it made into a pattern to purchase separate. But I'm doing that. And it's done on silk weaver fabric, 28 count even weave. I don't know the color. I don't think it had a color. But yeah, I should be able to finish most of it this weekend. So all I have left is some more cross stitching here on this quarter at the bottom. And then I will do the back stitching in that quarter because I've done the back stitching on the rest. And then I have a lot of beads. So this gets a lot of beads. Let me hold this up better. This will get a lot of beads. There we go. Now you can see it. So as you can see, I did do the back stitching on the other 3 parts. And now I just have to finish off this other quarter, the last part of it, and then add the beads. So I don't know if this will be done this weekend. It depends on how much I work on it. Hi, Amanda. How are you? But yeah, I really, really want to put a big dent in this tomorrow because Saturday I won't be working on it, but I do want to work on it on Sunday because that's my goal, is to finish this year. If I don't get it done this weekend, it will get finished next month for the cross stitch weekend. So there is that. And then Saturday, there is a few of us that is starting Quick Stitch Curly-Tailed Rosie. The artwork is Annie Rodrigue, and it's a Heaven and Earth Designs. Look, isn't that adorable? Oh, you did find that pattern on 1, 2, 3 stitch? Cool. Okay. I did not know that. That is good to know that she did have it printed up separate. So there is quite a few of us starting this on Saturday. We can start it as soon as I start my Zoom Saturday morning. There is no specific time that we have to start this. And then next Saturday, the diamond painters that are doing this will start their diamond painting, because their diamond painting will be much quicker to do than this. This is what size? 175 by 243, which is 7 inches wide by 9 5/8 inches tall. I'm doing mine on 25 count graded Lugana. And there's 50 colors. There's 9 pages. Deanne made those of us that are cross stitching. She made us these project bags, and she did an awesome, awesome job. It's even got a little cat charm on the zipper pull, on the zipper. Love it. What else do I have in here? I made scissor fobs for those of us that are cross stitching, and it has Marie, the cat, with the pink and white beads and silver. And I already had this from Amanda. Amanda had given me this needle minder a while ago. I think in the spring or the winter, I got that. So I will be using that. But I don't think I'm doing tent stitch on this one. You opened your sister. Oh, Danielle, that's funny. So yeah, there's quite a few people doing the diamond painting that don't want to do a Haid cross stitch. I can't wait. Me and Jen have been wanting to start this about a month now. Mine's been hiding in a drawer, but I can hear it every once in a while going, Shalene, pull me out. Meow. And Jen has her sitting by her, and it's constantly calling her. So I cannot wait. Oh, yes. And we have a grime guard to match that Danielle made us. So I have a grime guard also. I knew I had something else. It was in the project bag. So we are like all blinged out for this stitch along. So yeah, as soon as my Zoom starts Saturday morning, I'm starting it. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Yes, it meows at me. I can hear it. It's probably telling Zoomer, tell her to pull me out of the drawer. Look at him. Little Mr. Innocent. This is my sidekick. Wherever I am, you will pretty much find him. Okay, so once Rosie's being done on Saturday all day, then I'm going back to Winter Dreams on Sunday. Maybe. It depends on how well I'm doing Rosie, and I want to keep working on it. Because, you know, I really, really want to do that. But I really, really want to finish Winter Dream. So, those are my plans. Winter Dream tomorrow, Rosie Saturday, and back to Winter Dream on Sunday. If I don't do that Sunday, I'm okay. I'll pull it out in November. Supernatural is on Monday. Ooh, nice. And so once I get the Supernatural, whatever the drop is tomorrow, I am going back to Sneaky Spooky Spells. And my goal is to finish the Cat and Pumpkin, that square, which I don't think it'll take too much time. But yeah, I have, so this is by Luminous Fiber Arts. It was I think it was a freebie stitch along. I think it was a freebie. So I am doing all three of them like that. And that's what I have done. So when I get to this next week, it will be to finish this square, which that's not going to take too long. And the only back stitching that there is the word sneaky. Otherwise, there is no other back stitching on this. So it's not going to take me long to finish that square. Hi, Robert. How are you? Oh, no, it wasn't a freebie. Okay. I couldn't remember. So that was not a freebie. I know I have some that are freebies and some aren't, and I can never remember. But luminousfiberarts.com, she probably still has it up to purchase. So there's that. And then when I get that square done, well, actually, I'll show you what I'm working on. And then I'll explain what's going on. So then I'll be pulling out Daisy Chain, because this is a stitch along a few of us are doing, and we do a Zoom like every other Saturday to work on it. I actually already had scissors scissor fob to match it. I was going to make one. I'm like, wait, I think I have something. So see, there's some pink and some green, and we got a little flower down here and my pink scissors. I already had them. And Danielle made us the grime guard to go with the daisy chain, and it matches my scissor fob. So I'm doing mine on Fortnite Fabrics, 28 count even weave. I got quite a bit done last Saturday. So yeah, Fortnite Fabrics, and the color is Venus and Serena. Was part of the fabric of the month a few months ago. Thank you, Silver. How are you? Okay, so that's what I have done. I know Crystal's doing this, and she has more done than I do. Danielle's working on this. We have so many people working on this. But I think the only one that finished theirs was Sandy. Or Sandra, sorry, Sandra. Sandra finished it. But I have a ton of fabric left, so once I'm done, I'll cut it. But I didn't want to cut it while I was working on it. Hi, Tia. How are you? Yep, I'm having some sinus issues. And for those that didn't know, I fell Monday directly on my knees. So my knees have been hurting. They mostly hurt, though, from my arthritis because we've had really cold weather in the morning. And so leaving here in the morning to go watch my grandsons and then waiting for the bus, my knees are not liking me. They are not liking me. So other than that, I'm okay. I have some congestion crap going on, and yep, Teresa knows I need bubble wrap. I fell a few years ago. What year was it? 2013. I only know because I have the ornament up here. 2013, I fell the day before I had to leave, the day before I had to leave for Myrtle Beach for the retreat. Yeah, I did a good number. By the time I got there, I had what was it I had, Teresa, in my leg? I always forget it. I had an infection in my leg. Oh, so the daisy chain was a happy birthday cross-stitch stitch-along for Deanne and Danielle's birthdays. So when they met each other at the retreat, Danielle stitched on Deanne's. Yeah. So Danielle stitched on Deanne's. So this is how much is done on Deanne's daisy chain, and Danielle stitched on some of it. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, cellulitis. Thank you, Teresa. So Teresa and Lori took me to the ER because it was getting worse and I couldn't hardly walk. So they took me to the ER, and I'll tell you, I'm used to the ERs here where you wait in the waiting room for at least 5 hours and then you're in the back room for at least another 4. I was in and out in an hour, Teresa, talking to the doctor and all that. Yeah. I told them I'm coming back here. And then they wanted to see me again that Friday because I was still going to be in Myrtle Beach. But I wasn't allowed to walk around. I wasn't allowed to walk the beach or go shopping. I had to stay in the chair the whole week of the retreat and cross stitch. And I was on some good drugs. This is Zoomer. This is Zoomer. He's the cat that I got in the spring that was hanging around my mom's house. So, yeah, he's my baby. He's always in Zooms. He's always loving on me. I've never had a cat like this. He's constantly up here. He snuggles. Yes, Teresa, Lori, and Shar and Amy and all them took really good care of me in Myrtle Beach. That they would have a fit whenever I stood up. I'm like, I need to walk a little bit around the room to see what people are working on, because sitting that whole time, I had to get up and move and stretch my legs. And then they made me take my cell phone with me when I went into the restrooms. Hi, Robin. How are you? Thank you. He's my baby. He's my baby. Oh, I forgot to show you what else I worked on this week. So I worked on my Hade Magic Study. So I worked on my Hade Magic Study by Rose Kahn. Got a lot of colors. This one has 90 colors. It's the rainbow version. I did doing this on 25 count Lugana, gridded Lugana. And I finished page 2 because that was my goal. My goal was to finish page 2 this round, and I did. So, yeah. Got page 2 done. I'm really liking working on this. I like all the colors. It's very colorful. I am doing this with 2 strands over 1 tent stitch. But I did find out with tent stitch, if you have a lot of color blocking, if you are doing tent stitch with color block and you start at the bottom and go to the top, do that 1 row. And then when you go down to the next row, go from the top to the bottom stitch. Yeah, this is the rainbow version. See, rainbow version. Yep, it's the rainbow version. Because if you do them all in the same direction and you're pulling your threads all in the same direction, your fabric comes out wonky and you can't frame it. People are finding this out. Some of them have washed it, stretched it while it's still wet, and when it dries, it still goes back to being wonky. So be careful doing the tent stitch. Do a lot of research on it, because this is what I'm finding out from other stitchers. So if it's a lot of confetti, they said they don't think that that's a problem. It's when you have a lot of color blocking. So yeah. Yep. So I'm enjoying this. And then yesterday and today, I've been stitching on the Pumpkin Patch by Carolyn Manning. And I'm going to stitch on it some more tonight. I don't have a picture of it in front of me, but I have that much done. So I just have this portion to do. So I'm trying to get as much done tonight as I can, because I am not putting this away until this is all done. And then there's 3 other squares this size next to it. So yeah, Carolyn Manning, the Pumpkin Patch. I do believe that, I don't know if I have the, I think I just have the shout outs below. I don't think I have this. But yeah, I'm liking this. So my goal is to work on this tonight. Then Friday, tomorrow, is Winter Fairy Dream. Saturday is Rosie. Sunday's Fairy Winter Dream, maybe. It might still be Rosie. Monday will be Supernatural. If I don't finish tomorrow's Supernatural drop on Monday, I will continue on Tuesday. When that's done, this will be pulled back out so I can finish up this square. So, yeah, this is what I'm working on. And I will continue working on it till that square is done. I like the colors. I really like the colors. So enjoying that. And of course, my pumpkin grime guard that my good friend Danielle made me. So yeah, there's that. I have some shout outs. I I keep track of who I've watched since my last stream. I don't know if I did get them all written down though. Because I couldn't remember where I left off last week. So I have a lot of names on here of who I watched since last Thursday, and they're all listed below. Their links are all below. These are all YouTubers. So I watched Chris Cross Stitch. Chris is getting ready to move. He's moving in a couple months to New Hampshire. So he hasn't been stitching as much. And he apologized, but he really hasn't had anything to show. But he will be back. He's just on hiatus until they get moved. I've been watching Stitcherista. She's had some quick videos this week. She's had a couple like 8-minute ones, 5-minute ones. I've watched those. Jen's World of Stitches. I watched her last one. I don't think she put one up today or yesterday. Stitchman Darcy. If you want a good laugh, you have to watch Stitchman Darcy. He is hilarious. He does swear. He likes to swear. He will tell you that. But he is funnier than hell. His editing, I think he takes more time putting in the editing than he does in his actual video. I don't have the time for that. Molly West Sensible Stitcher. I forgot how I got her name. I don't think I subscribed to her, but I did watch her video. She must have been in someone else's shout out on a video I watched. Yep, Jerry says, love Darcy. Yes. I've been watching Darcy for almost a year now, and he's the reason I'm doing that Chessie stitch along, because I love the one he's doing. Mad Morty. I didn't subscribe to her, but she had a pretty interesting channel that I was watching. Megan Poco is another one. I don't think I did subscribe to her, but I can't subscribe to everybody because I can't keep up with the notifications, and I do have most of them turned off. But, if you go into your subscriptions on your laptop or whatever you're using, and it shows everybody's videos, you forget and you miss some. So I can't subscribe to them all. I always watch Rachel Ray's Flosstube. I don't watch her diamond painting ones, but I always watch Rachel Ray's Flosstube. Another one I sometimes watch is the Stitchy Witch. Sarah's Stitchy Spot. That's another good one. Jan Hicks Creates. I believe she's also a designer. Thank you, Danielle. Danielle's putting up links to all of these channels. And another one is Running with Scissors. Running with Scissors. So those are the shout outs that I have this week. I do have a Zoom newsletter that goes out on the 1st of every month. If you are in our Zooms, then it has info in there of when we have our Zooms, plus the links, if there's any events going on in the Zooms, and the dates for those. If interested, please message me or email me. I will put your email in. I also now have a cross stitch newsletter that lists the stitch-alongs that I know are going on within our group, like if Julie has one, I would put it in. I'm just meeting Crafty Chris. If Crafty Chris does stitch-alongs and you want people to know about it, let me know. I will put that in. Whatever stitch-alongs I'm involved in will all go in that newsletter. And I'm going to try to add links. I don't think I added links in this last one. I'm not sure. But they go up the 1st of every month. If you want a cross-stitch stitch-along newsletter, please email me or private message me. What else? next year is start all the things. Start them all. So that was my philosophy, is stitch and start all the things, because you can't finish them if you don't start them. Well, Amanda decided to take it just a little bit further, and we are starting a new project every single Saturday and every single Sunday next year. My cross stitch Zoom is this weekend. This weekend starts tomorrow morning and ends Sunday night. The only time it gets shut down is whoever the last one is on there shuts it down for the night. I start it back up in the morning as soon as possible. I try to have it back on at 10 a.m. But sometimes I sleep in and then I take a shower, and so I'm running a little late. Sometimes if I'm asleep till 9:30, then I'll turn it on, wait for someone to come in and tell them I'll be right back, and I hurry up and take my shower. So that's what goes on. Sometimes I don't get in a morning video on the cross stitch weekend Zooms because I need my sleep. Especially if I'm up till, sometimes I'm up, till 2 or 3 in the morning. I need my sleep. And sometimes there's not many people in till maybe lunchtime, so I don't worry about it. Fridays are the only day where I allow you to come in if you're working, and you're not cross stitching, and you can only stay until dinner time. Usually I don't even allow that on the official cross stitch weekend, but I know I have a couple that probably want to come in, so wow. Yes. Yes, you must drink cautiously. Here, I'm going to put some of these up. This is so true. And another thing, where is that Heidi? Yeah, you think we're bad with enabling? You get Heidi in there who is crafting orchid. Hide your wallet and your credit cards. Hide them. Don't even look at anything, because she will enable you so bad, and then she turns around with this evil laugh going, "What'd I do?" The last time I talked about this, she popped in here. But yeah, she'll go, "What did I do?" with this little evil laugh of hers. So we have 2 stitch-alongs going on next year just because of Heidi. True. See? Told you, she's in the background hiding. Silver, yeah, you can message me or email me. This is Amanda. Yes, we love having Heidi. We pick on her, but we love her to death. We love seeing her stitching, what she's working on. But I'll tell you what, she tells us about designers we hadn't heard of. She's got what? 2 designers and a cross stitch kit company that I want them all. I went on 1-2-3 Stitch for the 2 designers, and I must added at least 50 more patterns to my wish list. Yes, she has all the cute stuff. You should see the Christmas tree one with the fireplace that she's cross stitching now. She's also the one that got me into doing that owl beaded cross stitch kit, which I will pull out again next year. This year, I'm just trying to finish up all the stitch-alongs that were started. So that's pretty much all I'm working on the rest of this year are the stitch-along items. And the cross-stitch weekends are finishing a WIP that I've had for years. So, yeah. We've been getting more and more Flosstubers into Zooms thanks to Danielle. Danielle's been reaching out. We get Sandy, who is Goofy Mama Stitches. We get Heidi, which is Craftin' Orchid. We get Red Floss Stitcher. We get Yorkshire Crafter, which is Julie. We've had Kale in. Becky's from Becky's Crafty Madness. Is that her name? Who else have we had in? We've had in more and more Flosstubers. Kitschy Whip said she would come in, but we haven't seen her yet. My gosh. I know I'm probably missing someone's name and I'm sorry. Rochelle. Oh, Rochelle from the retreat. The one that does Rochelle cross stitch? I know she diamond paints, but Michelle cross stitches? Oh my god, I would love it if she came in. I knew she diamond painted. See, she even says she's the bad Viking. Yes, so you have to hide. Okay, so yes, get Rochelle in. That's okay, Danielle. Totally understand that. Totally understand that. But yeah, Danielle will watch Flosstubers, and she's been bringing them into the cross stitch weekends, and we have a lot of fun. You know, background noises. People are really good about muting themselves. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. Next year we have. So yeah, start all the things is next year. And that includes, I know I did it. Here it is. I'm going, where's next year's planner? I got it. Because I have it in next year's planner. So we have a couple year-long ones. So there's 1 year-long one. It's a Zoom stitch-along. It's with Deborah, and it's a year-long of giraffes. And that's cross-stitching. She did say something about there's a couple people that want to diamond paint giraffes, which she was fine with that, but it's mostly cross-stitching. Crystal is doing a year-long stitch-along with, and I'm not going to pronounce this right, La Petite Croix de Lucie. I do not know how to pronounce that. I am not from that language, but that is from that. And is that the one? That's the one with the Christmas, the teacups, right? Is that the one with the teacups, Heidi, that you're doing? I have it in my newsletter. I've got to transfer some of the stuff from the newsletter on here, so I don't have to keep looking it up. Another one that's all year long. It's a free one. It starts January 1st. And that is Part of Your World by Story Stitches. Go on Story Stitches website, sign up for it. It's called Part of Your World. It's free. The pattern's free. She is selling bundles of like the floss and the fabric, but you don't have to buy them. You can just get the pattern free. That starts January 1st. And the Part of Your World is all the characters from The Little Mermaid. Okay, yep, they're teapots. Sorry, not teacups, they're teapots. So that's the one Heidi's doing for the stitch-along. And so that'll work with Crystal's stitch-along. Then we have another one that will be a Zoom one. It might be a YouTube, and that's with Sandra. She's thinking about starting up her channel again. She has a different name. So when I know more of that, I will let you know. But she is doing, and I don't have it written down. She's doing that something Fafi, right? Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. But Sandra's doing that one. That one's a year-long one for that designer. My stitch-along starts January 1st, and it's Chessie through Hade, and the designer is Ash Evans. That starts on a Sunday, so that starts as our first start. The Part of Your World starts January 1st. I'm not going to start that until the next Saturday, because on January 8th, which is a Sunday, Jen's channel, which is Jen's World of Stitches, she's going to be doing the Haid Kitty Heaven by Amy Stewart as a stitch-along. Thank you, Sarah. How are you? Good to see you. Sandra's is Madame Lafitte. That's what it is. I couldn't remember the name. Madame Lafitte. And let me tell you, 123 Stitch has them. 123 Stitch has the Le Petit Croix de Lucie, and I think down Sunshine Lane has some of the Le Petit Croix de Lucie. I think she does. I know I've been looking up the different designers to see which ones down Sunshine Lane has, because I try to buy from her before I buy from 123 Stitch. April, on April 2nd, that's my birthday. It's on Sunday. I will be starting Halloween Quaker by Lila Studios. That will be a stitch-along, not technically on my channel, but if you want to do that too, we're going to do that. In August, on the 23rd, we have two of them starting on the 23rd. Danielle is doing Oh Christmas Tree by Carolyn Manning, and Amanda's going to be doing Oh Christmas Tea by Shannon Christine. I know, right, Orchid? Who was so mean to show us that designer? Heidi. So in August the 23rd, I think that's a Wednesday. Yes. I'm not starting mine on the 23rd because those are new starts. I'm starting mine. I'm starting one of them on the 26th and one of them on the 27th. Any other stitch-alongs that any of our groups are doing, I will get them in the newsletter. And those are in the newsletter. I just don't have them all written down on here, which I need to do. Yeah, that's it. I'll write that in now. Madam Lafitte. There we go. Deborah is Year of Giraffes. Those are the ones I know so far. Yes, we all are guilty of enabling, but there's just something about Heidi. We all enable each other with the designers we know, but Heidi, she keeps finding these designers we've never heard of, and then we want them all. So, yeah, and I'm still kind of on a no buy. So, I do try to buy one piece of fabric a month. I am allowed to buy DMC. And no, Scott doesn't normally tell me I can't buy he doesn't normally tell me what I can and can't do. But finances were tough this year, so he kind of put a curtail on it, which I don't blame him, and I understood. It's not like I don't have anything here to do. So I need to buy the fabric this month for Kitty Heaven. And I've got to go through my fabric to see what I have for Part of Your World and see if I have that. So at least I will have some of the fabrics for January. I already have a list of all the stuff I already have here that I can start. So like to start all the things next year and to start something new every Saturday and Sunday does not have to be big. It can be little motifs. If you're doing Part of Your World stitch-along and it's got like a frame, the frame can count as one part. And if it's like how she did, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? The Tale as Old as Time, you got to drop every month. Well, Part of Your World is that way. So every time there's a new drop, that's a new start. So how many rooms there will be in that Part of Your World, each one is a new start. And you start them on a Saturday or a Sunday. And you don't have to finish them that day. You can just put in a couple stitches and work on it during the week. But yeah, that's how we are doing that. It can be small, it can be a little Christmas ornaments. Maybe you want to do Christmas ornaments all next year. There's a ton of small ones. I have Mill Hill kits, I have other little kits. I buy the, well, you get the free patterns. Stony Creek, I have to go and look and see if they have a new magazine out yet. Yes, rabbit hole. Stony Creek, if you go on their website, they have a free pattern every single month. It is not PDF though, you have to pay for the shipping. And on the pattern, it tells you the fabric recommended and the floss. If you don't have any of that, you just click everything that you need right there. What cross stitch site, Silver? Oh, yep, the Frosted Pumpkin. I don't have that written down either. The Frosted Pumpkin has one now going on. That one cost. They have a Halloween wreath. And you get a new piece of it the 10th of every month. What's another one that's going on now? That Haunted Library is still going on. I started it. That was it. Okay, so the drop one was the 10th of October. Haunted Libraries going on. I know I've got others. There's so many. That Fab 50, I think, just ended. I'm starting that next year. I'm starting Tale as Old as Time next year. I'm starting Nightmare Before Christmas next year because that came out last year. I didn't start that. There's a lot of them that are starting or just started. You know, Supernatural, that ends next month. Shannon Christine has a Facebook group for being a subscriber. It's $9.99 a month. You get free patterns every month, and she has free patterns in that Facebook group that you can go and download all of what's already in there while you are a subscriber. Oh, okay. See, I never heard of them, Silver. Yeah. So, yeah, I you know, once a month I'll buy a piece of fabric that I want to do, like the Old Christmas Tea and Old Christmas Tree, the Madame Lafitte, and the actually I don't even own those patterns. Well, I own the Old Christmas Tree and Old Christmas Tea. I need the La Petite Croix de Lucie, which is the teapots. I need that pattern, and then I gotta get a pattern for the Madame Lafitte. Otherwise, I'm set for a while. So I will need fabric for those. I will need fabric for Halloween Quaker. So yeah, I'll be okay buying one a month. Right, Stitchonomy has a Christmas banner. The sign up started the other day, and then that starts the 25th of December. So yeah, Stitchonomy. I think they just finished that Cabinet of Curiosity. I got all the patterns. I haven't printed them all up. So Stitchonomy has them. They're quick. If you want to wait and do the Stitchonomy, is that what it was called? I don't know where mine is. The Cabinet of Curiosity. I forget how many of them there were. There were like 30. There's 31 starts because first you got a frame, and then you've got each square has a little thing to put in it, stitch in it. And they're quick. They look like they're only going to take a couple hours, if that. So there's 31 starts right there. There is so much that you can do and not be bogged down with a lot. Yep, 31. Julie says yes, 31. So yeah, there's a lot that you can use You know, say you're doing all those Christmas ornaments, you pick small ones. I have this book here of two of them, 365 quick Christmas designs. Some of them are more detailed than others. You could do one in a day. And then I have this one, 200 plus holiday quickies. And there's a lot of small ones in here that you can do. So, you know, just how many of us have just cross stitch magazines, Halloween issues, the regular issues and the Christmas issues? Pull them out, make a list. But I counted, there's 105 Saturdays and Sundays next year. So, yeah, I'm going to do it. Someone people think we're crazy, but I'm not doing. So next year's no new starts. They changed how it's going to be next year. They told me do not leave. They are going to have a group, a challenge of it called Start All the Things. So they said I don't have to leave the no new starts group, and I'll still be doing WIP Go next year. Yeah, you can always do it on your own time, Silver. I have Tale as Old as Time. I never started it yet. I have Nightmare Before Christmas that I never started yet. That was last year's Stitch Along. I have the patterns. I just never started them. I'm starting them next year. But yeah, you always do them on your own time. There's not, we all do. Like I said, we just, yep. Oh, Robin says Caterpillar Club has a subscription and their projects are small each month. So, check out how much is that a month, Robin, the Caterpillar Club. You can do that. Tia. Here we go. Tia says she cannot wait. So, yeah, and it's not full coverage. I have a lot. There's so many. I have my list of what I don't know what I did with my list, but I have a list. Yeah, Danielle says good because she didn't want me doing that no new starts next year because she said that group was a pain in the butt because I couldn't start the stuff with Danielle this year. Oh, wow. Robin thinks it's $35 a month. This more than the free pattern and supplies. So you get supplies too. It's not just the pattern. So you get a lot. That's cool. I don't have it, but it's good if they're giving you supplies also. I don't know anything about that. I know I've heard of them. I just haven't done anything. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you are doing any stitch-alongs. I will probably make hashtags for Chessie and let you guys know what that is. The material packs. So you buy the material packs, Silver, instead of just the patterns. So I buy just the patterns. And I do have Pattern Keeper now. I'm going to try it with my Hades. So I played around with my Pattern Keeper before I watched. There were 2 Flosstubers that I sat down and I watched them after I played with it and I was doing it right. So, yeah, I'll use it for my Hades. I don't want to use it for everything, but I do. Maybe my Carolyn Mannings because the Carolyn Mannings are full coverage. Most of them are, and there's no back stitching. But my Chessie I didn't get as a PDF, so that will be paper pattern. But I have Rosie that I'm starting this Saturday. That's on my Pattern Keeper, and Kitty Heaven is on Pattern Keeper. So we'll see how I really like it, because I'm so used to, I like my magnet boards. I can keep track where I am, and I like all the bling of all my cover minders, So I will try it. I may like it, I may not. So I'll find out. I'm always up for trying something. I tried the parking method on my Hades. I absolutely hated it. Some people love it. I hated it. Um, yeah, no, that was not for me. It's not for everybody. Everybody has different tastes. Everybody stitches differently. I like doing the tent stitch. Some people don't. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with Rosie. I think I really need to study the chart for Rosie and see if there's a ton of confetti. Right, Teresa, you don't know until you try. Um I never ever say I will never do that. Um unless it's something illegal. But yeah, I never say never. I do like to try things, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. And I never put anybody down. If they like something I don't, or they don't like something I do. We all have different tastes. That's what makes the world go round. So there is that. Okay, we have 4 minutes. What's for dinner? What's for dinner, everybody? It's food o'clock. I have a pork roast in the crock pot. I don't know what I'm having with it. Scott's not here. He had to go from his full-time job to his part-time job. They needed him today, 5 to 9. So it's quiet in my house. Silver's having lasagna. I want to do that next weekend. Scott's birthday is on Halloween. He turns 60 this year. So I wanted to do something here, but um my dad can't be in the house because he's in a wheelchair, and my house is not wheelchair accessible. Jerry's having spaghetti with chicken. Really, I've never had chicken and spaghetti. I've always had beef, meatballs or sausage. I've always done meatballs or sausage. Yorkshire Crafters having Subway a tuna melt. That sounds good too. See, I got a pork roast. I can smell it. It smells so good, and it's probably done. Um, I don't want to forget things. I may just start printing up. I think I'll print up the newsletter, and then I can just write and add to it and put it in here. But I've been writing things down, so I think I'm just going to keep adding to this paper. I have plenty of room on here. So what I did was I wrote down every Saturday and Sunday for each month, and then what I want to stitch. So I already know, part of your world. So I'll probably start that on the 7th. Oh, okay. You normally have ground beef. Yeah. I usually have ground beef in it, meatballs, or sausage in the spaghetti. But I don't see why not. I mean, chicken parmesan, chicken has, the spaghetti sauce on it. So why not? And yeah, I got drinking my water, got my Zoomer. He'll be joining me tonight. New episodes of The Neighbor's Dog is out here barking at us. That dog drives me nuts. Walker's on tonight. Walker Independent, Station 19, and Grey's Anatomy. They're all new tonight. I will be watching Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy. Also, tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Danielle says to watch my vlog, my car vlog at Letchworth State Park. Scott wanted to do something this weekend. I said it's my Zoom weekend. I would have to, because it might be the last weekend being able to take the Camaro out anywhere. once, once the snow starts or whatever. I don't know when he's putting it up, but thank you, Danielle. Yep. So I did that. There's two parts only because as I was walking to show you the dam at Letchworth State Park, I accidentally turned off the video. So that was part one, and then part two took over after that. So yeah, there's even a hot air balloon that went up that you saw. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I was gone most of the day Sunday. So I probably won't do a car vlog this weekend just because where we like to go, it's a couple hours away and I want to stitch this weekend. So, but that's it for today. I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you are watching this later on, don't forget to hit the like button and hashtag replay. And that's it for today. I don't have anything else to share. You all have a great night, and I will see probably quite a bit of you this weekend. Love you guys. Bye bye.